Isn't that show about like vinyls or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's about people in a bar.
Yeah.
It's about people in a bar at closing time.
Oh, closing time.
One last call for alcohol.
So finish your whiskey or beer.
Oh, beer.
I know who I want to take me home.
Boom. Thanks, Eric.
Ripper, Eric, are you staying down here?
Yeah, you're going to sit with me.
We have a live audience.
We have a live
audience.
We got two people here.
This is fucked. Look at our
It is.
fans.
I mean, not 200, sorry.
Yeah,
200.
Already, I can't believe we've got this many people in here. That's crazy.
I know, right?
Crazy.
Just blowing up online, whopping 1 view on our shorts on YouTube. I don't know what's going on with those, but they're only getting like 1 view.
What the fuck?
It's kind of mental. So I thought maybe it might have to do with the emoji, so I didn't put an emoji in this most recent one. So we'll see how many views.
We'll see. I also feel like we should just get rid of our Twitter, TBH.
Well, it's fine. I'm still posting stuff on there just
right.
in case anybody ever wants to find it. It's really, honestly, the Twitter videos are the easiest part because they just have to top and tail it and I don't have to do any creative edits. I was losing my mind cutting the last clip this week. It just was not cool. It was you would cut it when you were on camera, but then when I would double click on it to try to move it back and forth,
that thing.
it would be on me. And I'm but I'm not even in
The frame.
so what? Anyways, it was a whole thing.
It is what it is.
Anyways, welcome to episode 8 of the podcast.
I think it's our first New Year one. I think.
Yeah, no. Yes.
No. I lied. Because there's the other one that we just...
okay. So this is our second one of the year.
We're talking about travel.
Yeah, we're talking about travel. It's a bit confusing because we film these obviously in advance, hence why I have Christmas nails on right now. And we still have our Christmas background.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's our second podcast of the new year. We're talking about travel. Elephant in the room. Here's our special guest.
Hello.
He's just been sitting quietly listening. This is Farook.
We just shouldn't have introduced him.
We should just let it
episode,
lie,
we should
yeah.
just sat there and said nothing.
I probably wouldn't have said anything, to be honest.
Speaks. Well, this is Farook. He is our friend, Melissa's boyfriend, but now in turn is also our friend. So
Yeah.
woo.
Snaps.
Melissa was on the Halloween episode, by the way.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case you guys want to back reference and figure out who Melissa
Exactly.
is.
She's also in the audience.
She is. She's sitting right over there. She's giggling while we're talking.
So, travel. And what's our cocktail?
What's our cocktail? All right. I think ChatGPT called it tropical sparkling breeze.
Wait, is this ChatGPT was the bartender?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we told ChatGPT what ingredients we had, and we said make us some sort of tropical cocktail. So it has
Interesting.
Malibu coconut rum. It has
Pineapple, coconut sparkling water, white cranberry juice. I think that's it.
that was it, and a pineapple
Oh, yeah, and a
on the top.
pineapple.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Oops.
Sorry.
I feel like that. It's clear.
Well, there's some. Okay.
That's not bad. It kind of
it
tastes
really
like a
tastes
white
like
freezy.
Yeah, it tastes like a tropical breeze.
That does taste
This is
tropical.
good.
This
I'm
might be one of
happy
the
with
best
this.
ones that we've had on the episode.
I think so.
I haven't tried the others, but this one's good.
No, the others feature too heavily with blue curacao. Hate it.
Oh.
This one and the gin and tonic from the self-care episode have been my favorite so far.
I did not like the gin and tonic because I do not like tonic, so that one was tough for me. I was also hungover.
Oh my god, I could
Damn,
drink this every day.
I like
I think this is
tonic
the
water.
first episode in 4 episodes we filmed that I haven't been hungover, so that's a win for me. I'm gonna say.
How are you not hungover? It's the holidays.
I know, right?
If we filmed this tomorrow, we would have been.
We would have been
hungover.
We would have been because today's actually Steph's birthday.
Woo! Happy birthday.
29?
Yep, 29. We're karaoke.
My 29th birthday, guys. This is it.
This is
You
it.
die next year.
Well, hopefully not.
Yeah, I hope we live until
Well,
60 at least.
My aunt tells me that everybody turns 29 and then never gets any older. So there you
Okay,
go.
that's
You
one
did
way
it.
to
True.
look
That's
at
a
it.
good way to look at it. I'm
Yeah.
always going to be 29 from now on.
There it is.
Mentally, I'm 24.
Mentally, I'm like
Maybe
15.
25.
15. I would say mentally, I'm probably like 23. I would say. I think that's where my energy
So
lies.
we're just not leaving our 20s.
No, I don't
No.
really
Or
want to.
we age kind of like cats mentally.
Yes. Okay. That's a win.
Wait, how does that work?
Like it's wait, do they age quicker or slower?
They age quicker, I think.
I don't
I don't
know.
fucking
Whatever.
know.
Travel.
Anyways, we're talking about travel, not about age. But so I guess I'll kick things off. Favorite destination for me personally would be New York. I've been there 5 times. I hate you so much. Listen, you've been like, what, 3 places? Let me have New York as my favorite place, okay?
It's a good pick, but I'm just the disappointment
Okay.
carrying over from the Christmas episode.
Because I picked Elf as the Christmas setting.
I just
would wanna
broke the
live in.
4th wall and she said that and I immediately looked over at Melissa like, is she for real?
Well, I am for real. I've been to New York 5 times. First time I went with my whole family. Second time I went with my grandmother, R.I.P. And she had a busted, she needed knee surgery. So girl could barely walk because she was like waiting until the
So good
last possible
destination.
second.
Yeah, not a lot of walking in New York.
So we literally like ventured maybe like a block in every direction, like north, south, east, west, outside of Times Square, and that was about as far as we went. I kept telling her, I'm like, we can like take a cab somewhere. Like we don't have to like walk to the desk. We could take a cab, and then no, that's okay. I was like, okay. The whole reason we went was because she wanted to see Ricky Martin in Evita on Broadway. So I saw Ricky Martin in Evita on Broadway. That was pretty good. Not gonna lie. Ricky Martin's an excellent performer. Then I went
passed
another
away,
time. No, he's still alive.
Whoa.
I didn't know.
My
passed
grandma
away.
passed away. That's why I said R.I.P.
Okay. R.I.P.
Then I went once with Megan, my friend Megan, and my cousin Kate. And then I went another time with just me and my friend Ashley. And then I went another time for my birthday, actually, my 23rd birthday.
Your mental
with
age.
our friends, our group of friends. So,
I didn't go.
yes, you did not. I wish you would have came, but
Didn't go, and I've still never been to the States.
that's
Never?
actually kind of crazy.
Never.
Wow.
Yep. Maybe I'll go. I mean, we live like relatively close to Buffalo, so.
Yeah, Buffalo.
gross.
I mean, yeah, Buffalo's
Yeah,
not
I don't
the
know if
best
I want that to be
destination.
my first destination, but
Buffalo's
we
a good
could
way
drive
to
there.
Buffalo's a good way though to like get to New York because we kind of live like right in the middle of Buffalo and New York, and it's cheaper to fly domestically in the States than it is to fly
Yeah.
domestically here. So I usually, when I go to New York, I'll drive across the border and fly out of Buffalo because it's cheaper.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
smart, actually. I haven't done that.
I kind of want to go to like Arizona or like somewhere in California.
Yeah, Cali over Arizona, I think.
You've
Just
been to
'cause-
Cali, right?
I've been to Cali. I went to Cali actually in I want to say November of last year. Around that time, it was really nice. My first time in California, actually.
Wow.
It was fun.
Which like area did
it
you
wasn't
go?
as warm as I wanted. So we landed in Irvine. I went for my cousin's wedding actually. So we were in Irvine for a little bit, and then we went to Los Angeles. Los Angeles, to be honest, I didn't really like it. It's nice when you go to the beaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as like a city, it felt like, I don't know, kind of like dirty. I just like.
Did
can
it
see
smell?
that.
Because April's, she's been, and when she went, she was like, it just smelled like sewage everywhere.
I didn't smell any sewage when I went, but there were some places that smelled like sewage, yeah, for sure. But when, like, the boulevard, like the stars,
Boulevard, yeah.
like the stars on the ground, I thought it would be like more special, but like
But
the
it's
area
just a
around is like,
sidewalk.
Yeah.
it's a tourist trap, like.
100%.
So then when I went there, I was like, oh man, like, it's Hollywood. Everything's going to be so glitzy and glamorous. But
So it's Clifton Hill on steroids.
Honestly, it kind of is because it's like you have the TCL theater, and then like the boardwalk, but like most of the boardwalk outside of just like the stars and outside of like the theater where all the handprints on the ground are, is like it is kind of like Niagara Falls, Clifton Hilly, where it's like those
wax
it's like
museums.
the like pochi stores, like
Yeah.
like it's just like fucking random like
Okay.
souvenirs and stuff. Like you go into the store and you can literally buy anything you can think of in that store: sweaters, t-shirts,
Yeah.
magnets, like
Yeah,
those kind of
yeah.
stores. And then once you like hit either end of the boulevard, because I've also been there, it's just kind of like dumpy. Like you wouldn't like go further outside of the boulevard. Like there's other
like you wouldn't feel
places
safe.
What
to
about like
go.
shopping? Isn't there that, what's that
The
street?
Grove.
Rodeo Drive?
Yeah, I went
that it?
there.
Oh, Rodeo
Yeah.
Drive is nice. Yeah, like it's obviously I can't afford anything there, but it's
No.
nice to drive
It's
by.
nice to
and see.
pretend.
No, I went in a couple of the stores and they are not nice to you. They can just tell that you can't afford to shop in there, but you're like, I just want to fucking look. Like, you know, how many times are you like able to just walk into a Chanel off the street? Like, I just wanted to look. I swear I'm not going to steal anything. But yeah, we did that. We went to Santa Monica, which was nice.
Santa Monica's nice.
They have like the beach boardwalk there, which is cool. I enjoyed that. We went to the what's the observatory? The Griffith.
Oh, the Griffith Observatory is nice as well. Yeah.
We did that. That was really
The Hollywood
cool.
sign.
No, we just saw the Hollywood sign from afar. That was actually like one
I'm
of
surprised. Don't you hike up there?
You do. So, but one of our trips, it's called Runyon Canyon. So one of our like things that we wanted to do one of the days we were there, I went with my sisters and two of my cousins, was Runyon Canyon. And Joanna really wanted to hike up Runyon Canyon because that's like what you do. But our Uber driver like misunderstood. So he took us to like a drop off point like 3/4 of the way up. So we ended up hiking down Runyon Canyon, which like it's not like kind of the hike we did in Blue Mountain where you're like shrouded by like trees and stuff. You're basically just out in the open. You're just following like an open trail essentially. But me and two of my cousins had gone out the night before and we were like hungover out of our minds. So we were like, yes, we get to hike down instead of up. But Joanna was so mad. She was like, this stuff's so fucking stupid. Like we're already up at the top. I was like, oh, oh well. But
Wait,
we
so
didn't.
Was that to the Hollywood sign?
We didn't go all the way to the Hollywood
I
sign. We
see.
just see it, like, and we were like, cool.
I see.
We didn't need to go.
That's enough.
That close. Well, I mean, really,
There's
like,
nothing to
yeah.
see. It's just a sign. And if you're up there, you don't get the full sign. You're gonna get like one letter.
exactly. And it's like so smoggy in LA that like the view wouldn't even be that great. Although when we were at the Griffith Observatory, so if you go, like a bunch of like science, astrology, like. Astronomy.
Astronomy.
Astronomy. Astronomy, like nerds are like sitting on the lawns with their telescopes. And when we were there, they all had their telescopes pointed like in the same direction. So I was like, they're all looking at something. So I just like waltzed up and I was like, excuse me, what are you guys looking at? And they were like, you can actually see Jupiter and like 3 of their moons tonight, which is like super rare. So I called my sister and my cousin over. I'm like, get in line. We're looking through this telescope. And so we looked through this random guy's telescope. We got to see Jupiter and 3 of its moons.
That's cool.
Which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I enjoyed that.
But New York's still your favorite.
New York's still my favorite. I love those like city vibes. It's always been a thing. Like I've been to New York 5 times and I've done something different every single time I've gone there. Like it's very much a place where you can check like a million different things out. New things are always like cropping up. So like you may have been to like an area already, but like there was something completely different there the last time you were there than is there now. So
Classic small business closure.
well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I
everything's big
guess.
in New York, but I just really like it. I like walking around. I like feeling like I don't know, just when you're in New York, you just feel like you're like part of something. It's like really hard to explain.
When
but
Daniel
I've never
and April went, he like basically said the same
right?
thing. Yeah.
I've never felt it at any of the other places I've gone, but like anytime I go to New York, you just feel like you're like, I don't know, like something's going on here. I'm like part of the rhythm of the city. I don't know. It's
You're like in
odd,
the
but-
it crowd when you're in New York.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
What's yours, Farook, your favorite travel destination? You've been to a buttload of places.
Yeah, I have, but like maybe it's a little biased because I lived there for a while. Like when I went to Madrid, I'd probably say Madrid
yeah.
is my favorite travel destination, even though I haven't been since I left, which was like 2018, around there. That's
So
when
did you live there like as school?
yeah, I was
Okay.
doing exchange there, and I was there for like 5.5 months. So it was a long time to just like, really take in the city. And it gave me a little bit of New York vibes, I guess, too, in the sense that like, oh, there's always something going on in the city.
Yeah.
But what I really like about it is just how easy it is to walk, like walk everywhere.
That's so European. Though.
Yeah, I know, but it's like everywhere you go, there's places where you can like just walk. It's a path. There's shops around you. Some of them tourist shops, whatever, restaurants.
Right.
And it's just paths of people walking with no cars, even though like there's a road like right beside it, and that's why I really liked Madrid. And just the city had like, I don't know, it just felt like a really well made, like well constructed, well planned,
Well designed.
yeah, well planned city. Compared to here, you know, like for example, Toronto, it's like it's just all grids.
Gridlock.
Yeah, grids, and there isn't really much places for people other than like parks.
The walkability score is just horrible.
Yeah, I mean they have the path, I guess, which is
You can
underground.
walk around
Yeah,
a
but
lot
it's
in
not like
Toronto.
it's not
can, but it's-
walking like in a European city.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. I understand what you mean.
Where it's like, yeah, you're walking, but you're walking on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like you're not walking on a pedestrian path, like that's only for pedestrians, and you can like go into little alleys here and there and just everywhere. Like one of the best parts when I was there, like was going to this area where it's called Melisania, and it's just had like 200 bars in this
Wow.
small like I don't remember the exact like 5 kilometer thing. It was all bars in the streets and it's just alleys. And in the weekends you go there, it's just every bar is packed. People are out on the street. Like the whole thing just seems like a big old street party,
Yeah,
like
I
a
love
block party.
that.
Yeah,
That's a vibe.
And each bar is yeah, it is a vibe. And each bar is different. Each bar has a different theme, different vibe. Some more catered to like Spanish, some more catered to more international people. Like it was just amazing. It was an amazing time there. Weather was good. People were nice. Food was amazing. And at the time, it was cheap. Like compared to other European places like
Yeah.
London and stuff like
Rome.
that.
Yeah.
Italy actually isn't too expensive in my
No, Italy's
opinion.
pretty good.
But
Wow.
I know.
yeah, I when I went, it wasn't that bad, but I went years ago. Like in 2019, when I went, I found that Italy and Spain were similar, but they do price gouge in Italy more for tourists. Like if they know you're a tourist, you're getting charged extra for
getting-
something, and you don't understand
You're
why.
getting the baston.
Yeah, but yeah, for me, Madrid is probably my favorite. I really want to go visit again, just to like I guess relive the time, but also just to see what else has changed in the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like there's just so much to do, like museums if you like that stuff.
love
If you like to
museums.
party, you can party.
Is it easy to like travel to other like
Mm-hmm.
European cities too?
Yeah, it is like the Ryanair is like
Yeah, oh my
all
God,
all
yeah.
there. You can go and
Classic.
take flights super cheap. I mean cheap-ish. If you buy them early enough, you get them for like 60 euros, maybe even
Yeah.
cheaper than that, which is like around 100, maybe less than $100.
Nice.
But if you're buying them like the week of, you might be paying like 150 euros or to 200.
Right.
But still, it's not
That's
too
still not
bad.
bad.
Yeah, and it's really easy to go everywhere, to be honest. Like, I traveled a lot within Spain, but also outside of Spain, it was really nice. Like, yeah, the Ryanair flights. I went to London. I went to Hungary. I visited Italy. Italy was actually one of my favorite like countries that I've been to when I was there. But yeah, Madrid's still my favorite like travel destination.
Nice.
That's valid. A sneaker. I didn't expect that.
I
I'm like,
know,
he's been to
neither
so
did I.
many places. I don't even know
That's
what he's
true.
gonna
I
say.
exactly.
I was trying to think, but I always like Madrid. I don't know. Maybe it's just like the memories that I've had. Yeah,
Nostalgia.
the people that I've met there. It could be nostalgia. Yeah, that could be. But I had the greatest time when I went there.
That's good.
So-
Is that no? Melissa went to Barcelona, didn't
Yeah,
she?
Melissa went to
That's
Barcelona.
where she got pickpocketed.
Yeah.
Madrid is
Oh,
also
I
like
got-
a high pickpocket area.
I
Madrid
actually-
and Barcelona are probably the top two in Spain for like
Wow.
warnings about like pickpocketers and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Because my parents went there last year, and that was what they were told. Those were the top two spots to like watch out for.
That's funny that you mentioned that, because literally like the first night out when I was in Madrid, I think I got pickpocketed or I lost my wallet.
Still unclear.
I don't know what happened. All I remember, I was trying to leave the bar. We were trying to go somewhere else, and I'm like feeling in my back pocket, because I used to put my wallet in my back pocket. I had one of those thick ones. Like, the dad wallets, the big one. After that, I
Zero
just have
anti-theft.
Yeah, now I have the card, like, the card holders, like the really thin ones.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was checking my back pocket, and I realized I didn't have my wallet. And I literally was like, just tripping. I was drunk. The people that I was with like came out with me. I was like, oh my God, I lost my wallet. What am I gonna do? Like, I literally just got to Madrid.
Oh my God, that's so
And I was
scary.
going out with for the first time with some people. Like my friends, like a buddy of mine from Brock went earlier, and he met them. So we went out with them. And then I was like, oh my God, I just got here. I had my ID, my credit card, my debit card.
having a melt.
Literally, I'm in a new country. I don't have any form of getting cash. Okay, like it was messed up. Anyways, I started like bawling. I'm calling my dad. I'm like, oh my
I would
God.
have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I call my dad. It's 4 a.m. here, and I'm calling my dad. I'm like, Baba, I lost my phone.
pick
I
me
lost
up.
my
I wanna
wallet.
come
I lost
home."
my wallet. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't have money. I only had money to pay my rent for the month and maybe like 200 euros on top of that, which is
Yeah.
like barely anything.
Man sends you a MoneyGram.
Yeah, no, literally, I had to call them and they're like, okay, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Like, you don't worry, just like chill. Like, they probably knew that I was drunk, but they were like, just chill. Like, we'll figure this out tomorrow when you wake up. Like, don't worry, just go have fun, whatever. Even though I couldn't have fun at that point, I was like,
Yeah,
man, I'm
of
done.
course. You're like,
I'm done.
Yeah, I couldn't even smoke weed. I didn't have an access to weed, so I was like even more stressed out. Like, no, because at the time, like I was smoking a lot, and I had just gone to like Madrid. I was like, okay, I won't
Yeah,
smoke
you
for a
just-
little bit, but then at that point, I was like, man, I really.
I'm fucked.
What so
Yeah.
what happened? They just like had to figure it out in the morning. You never found your.
I lost the wallet was gone. I don't even know if maybe I was drunk and dropped it or it was pickpocketed.
Yeah.
But we got it like they sent me a money transfer from not MoneyGram. It's something similar, but in credit union. Yeah.
Okay.
It was credit union. They sent me money from there in cash. And I basically had to get a new credit card done so that my parents could, a new credit card and debit card done so that my parents could send me those cards by mail
Yeah.
to
That's
Europe.
kind of annoying to
Yeah,
have to deal with.
it was. And shout out Matt Bosnich. He gave me money to like tide me over during that time.
Oh, that's
I think
so
I got you,
nice.
brother.
Yeah, actually, though, like, yeah, me and him became really close friends after that trip. But man, if he wasn't there, I would have been so screwed.
Crazy. Well, so before we get to your favorite destination, that story like of you being like, I couldn't have fun anymore, like calling home, reminds me of when Laura Dobson / Connolly lost her phone in Montreal when we went for New Year's. She lost her phone and she's losing her mind, understandably. And I'm just like,
It
Laura.
was a long time. We were looking for
It was a long ass time, but I just remember it's because like we were like in the middle of like being out, and I was like, you can't. I'm like, it has to be in the hotel because I'm like, we walked to like the bar that we were at, so I'm like, you didn't like you had like she had a purse, right? So I was like, your purse is zipped, like you had to have lost it in the hotel. So I was just like trying to like talk her down and just be like, we'll look when we get back, like calm down, like everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
She ended up leaving like an hour later, like went home, like had a full meltdown, like called her mom, was like, I need to go home. So we all get back from the bar at like 4 a.m. We're all like searching around the room, like nobody can find it anywhere. And I just said
We
to
were
her, I was
checking
like,
out the next day too.
no, we weren't. That was our
No?
first night.
Oh
it was our
my
first.
God,
It was like
okay.
him. It was
Oh,
our
that's
first night.
unlucky.
So she was like ready to like. She started like packing her bag. I'm like, everybody just
fucking outta here.
I'm like, everybody just calm down. We're like, we're all drunk right now. Like, let's go to bed and with fresh eyes in the morning. We'll look with fresh eyes in the morning. So we all went to bed at like 6:30 in the morning. I just hear rummaging around, and it's obviously Laura. She's already up looking for her phone. Like, so then we all get up. We start looking for the phone. I say we were looking for probably like another half hour, and then I was
Yeah.
like, it's not fucking in here. Like, she's fucked. I guess she's leaving.
Yeah.
And I laid down on the bed in the hotel room, and I look up, and I'm like, I'm looking at the TV, and I'm like, what's that on the top of the TV? Her phone was lying
laying flat
horizontally
on it.
on the top of the TV. And I was like, see, everything's fine. But she was like, understandably so, because like I would not have been calm either if I lost my
Me
phone.
either.
I think now I would be a little more calm if I lost my phone because like,
You've grown.
also the novelty of it is like worn off. Like it's really not that big of a deal if you lose your phone.
It's
But I
just
feel like
annoying
in
to
like
deal with.
2013, losing your phone was like the worst thing that could possibly happen to you. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I just
No,
think
agree.
it's so annoying to have to like all your information, all your
Yeah.
photo. Well, I guess if you have iCloud, you're fine, but I don't know. It's just
so
a hassle.
anyways, but yeah, I took a picture of it. She must have, then we realized like that we had like guys in our room that night. So we had like 10.
yeah, we thought they stole it.
we thought they stole it, but then
Oh my
we realized
God.
because she poured like at one point like 10 shots for like us
Mm-hmm.
and the guys. So we were as you do in a hotel room, all your drinking happens right in front of the TV. So she put her phone on top of the TV to get it out of the way while she like set up all the shots, and then just forgot that she put it there. So
That's funny.
anyways, that would have been two travel mishaps right there.
But yeah, now I'm just thinking about all of my other travel mishaps, and then I also lost my credit card again in Spain. That was like,
God, Farook.
oh my god, yeah,
should go back
I
to
had a lot of.
He's like, I want to go back.
Yeah, to find it. But yeah, what's your favorite destination?
I haven't been many places. Like I could probably list them on one hand, maybe. Like fucking, and the most like Winnipeg. Why? Well, for a wedding, but I was young, so I don't even count it. Winnipeg, Montreal. I don't know. I went on my first all-inclusive last year with you guys.
Hey, let's go.
To Dominican, Punta Cana. That was fun.
That was
But
fun.
I would say sneaker favorite location, maybe like Calgary / Banff. Just because I wasn't expecting it. I was like, I fucking love it here. Banff specifically, I was like, I know it's a nice place, but like when you go there, it's so different. And like just experiencing even the city like of Calgary, like it just feels like a more low-key Toronto and more chill. But I don't know, I like that. I would go back there. I do want to go to Banff maybe like for New Year's Eve once. I feel like that would be fun.
I would be down for that. That would be so much fun.
Do they do stuff for New Year's Eve?
Yeah. For sure. Are you kidding me? It would just be like resort town.
But
yeah.
Blue Mountain's also
town.
like super fun when we went for your birthday.
That was fun. I was
That's more a trip
surprised.
though. I don't know if that's like travel. And like I would say Italy also, but I haven't been there since 2009. So like I feel like if I went now, it'd be a completely different trip versus when I was going when I was a kid. But I still want to go back.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
What would you say would be your most like underwhelming destination? Like one that you were kind of like,
I don't even know. Cause like, again, like Italy, I went when I was a kid. So it was a completely different experience. And I was also going to like my family's hometown. So like, and there wasn't like an ounce of technology at the time. So it was not the best.
classic Italy.
But like, if I went now, I know I would have a good time.
Yeah.
Especially being like older and having older cousins and stuff and my own source of income. But I don't know. I would probably say maybe Montreal because I just don't care for it too much. Like there's nothing to it. And the weather's always like bitingly cold when we go. Like I never go in the summertime. The few times
Montreal
I have
in the
been.
summer's great.
Summer is nice, yeah.
It's always
It's really
been
good in
winter.
the summer.
So I don't know, maybe that. Like I said, I haven't been to many places, and I do want to do more all-inclusives too. I want to do a lot of places.
I feel like my probably most underwhelming, which is going to be like shocking, but I would say my most underwhelming was probably Amsterdam. Just because it was one of those cities that was like so hyped up before I went. And then I got there and I was like, well, this is it? Like, this is it? Like,
All right.
you know, I'm like, okay, cool. The red light, there's some like ladies dancing with their tops off, and the nightlife was really good. But yeah, like, and it was also just like the food too. Like, it was like every block there was like five, like 5 of the like same restaurants, just like called something different, like fake Italian food, shawarma, a Chinese food place, a burger place, and like it was just all the same. And I was like, eh. And so, yeah, I think I just was like a little underwhelmed. I think I expected a little bit more because I was excited. I did that trip to visit one of our friends, Tay, who was doing exchange in the Netherlands. She was doing it, or no, she was in Germany. She was doing it in Mannheim. Germany. So I went to visit her. So I was excited about that trip because I'm like big into history. So I'm like, there's a lot of like history with like World War II in that like area. So I think I was just expecting like a little bit more. One of Tay's favorite stories from that trip is that I almost threw up in the Anne Frank house.
Oh my god.
We went out the night before, and so I was like so hungover, and we're walking through the Anne Frank house. That was interesting. But then I just remember we were leaning at the very end. They have like a bunch of like artifacts and like stuff in like these like glass like cases. And I just remember I was like leaning over one, and I literally was like, ugh, and I was like, oh my god. I'm like, we need to get I was like, I almost just barfed on this glass case. And we went with your friend,
Tanya.
She was writing a novel in the guest book. We're like, Tanya, wrap it up. We need to get out of this house. So I almost kind of want to go back to Amsterdam just so I can read what Tanya wrote in that guest book because she wrote it so long.
Do you think it's still there?
It's got it. You could flip back like so like far.
Damn.
Anyways, that was probably my most underwhelming just because I was a little I guess like it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
Well, if you do drugs, Amsterdam is very exciting.
We did do drugs, but they weren't very nice to us in the coffee shops. Like, I don't know enough to just waltz in and be like, I would like this kind of weed in this. Like, I needed like to ask a couple questions, and they were like, what do you want? And I was like, just this. They're like, yeah, but like, how do you want it? And I was like, okay, like, relax.
Immediately no.
Yeah, I guess they could be a little rude.
Anyways, because weed wasn't legal here yet, so I didn't like know a lot about it. I was like, I don't know. What am I supposed to ask for? What do you have available? Tay's here.
We have a third guest.
I just noticed. Hi, Tay. But yeah, that would probably be my most underwhelming. What about you?
I'm trying to think. I can't really.
It's like all my vacations have been amazing.
I mean, to be honest, thank God most of them have been. I guess like Naples, kind of like when I went to Naples, that was like a surprise because. You're thinking Italy, you're like, oh, it's going to be like classical buildings and it's going to be nice and clean.
No, it's run down.
Yeah, Naples, like I went there with my parents and they're like, damn, this reminds us of Iraq. Yeah, it was funny, but it's like a weird vibe when you get there. It just feels sketchy. Yeah. I don't know. Like you go to the train station, it's like the main train station, and it just feels like it's sketchy. Like you're gonna get robbed at any moment just walking there.
My sister said that about Naples too. They said it seemed very dumpy. Like,
yeah,
it is.
But surprisingly, it still has some nice areas. Like the pizza there.
That's the spot to get it.
Yeah. The pizza there is bomb. Mount Vesuvius is there. If you want to go and like hike up. I hiked up there. It was nice and you get to see a view of the city. Actually, it was so weird. It's like just the cab driver has like tour packages on the back of his cab. It's like, oh, pay me this much flat fee and I'll take you to Mount Vesuvius and we'll go there and we'll take a tour.
Personal tour.
Yeah, it's literally just a regular cab driver.
The hustle.
And then, he was like, yo, guys, I'll take you to some other cool places. He took us like, he did a tour himself, our cab driver, of the town. And he was like, oh, here's this town hall. Here's this old castle. Oh, you want to stop to take pictures? Okay, we'll just park up. We'll park up.
They know the city like the back of their hand, right? Like the cab drivers, they've been around.
He took us to some nice parts of the city. And then he asked us for a selfie before he left.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he was like, he was one of the few guys that spoke English, I guess, like the cab drivers. So they want to talk more, like they want to speak more with native speakers,
right?
But yeah, like even then, like the city has its own vibe, but like just don't expect it to be like glitzy and glamorous. It was just like you can see garbage, like literally piles of garbage on the side of the street. And
I say this about Italy all the time. It's not a third world country, but it's also not a first world country.
Depends where you go. If you're going to like Amalfi Coast, like
2.5 or 1.5,
you're gonna see like it's gonna be more of the elites.
I know, but even then, like, it's still
Amalfi is crazy. Yeah, Amalfi is super clean.
Still, like, the infrastructure and stuff, right? Isn't like I was like, I could simply never live there because, like, I can't shower in, like, a 2x2 foot rectangle for the rest of my life. Like, their showers are so fucking small. Like, I need some... I need a wingspan. I need space. Stretch out.
That's a North American problem.
It really is. But you know what? I need it. So,
what would you say is like your dream destination that you'd want to go to where you haven't been to yet? Fiji. That's quite a flight, isn't it?
I know. But I would want to go.
You know when you can go to Fiji? When you go on Love Island.
Damn.
I guess. Did you sign me up?
No, I didn't. I actually should look at the application. You got to do a video intro, I think.
Oh, God.
You got to do a video intro?
I'll cut one together. You know in the movie Raise Your Voice with Hilary Duff?
Oh, yeah.
When the brother cuts a video together and like submits it on her behalf and she has no clue. That's what I'm going to do for you with Love Island.
Jeez Louise. I need some like warning. I need to like not look like a squishy marshmallow if I'm going on Love Island.
You're fine.
I need to do some stuff.
You're fine.
You do some working out.
You're fine.
All right.
What about you, Farouk?
I really want to go to Japan.
Yeah, you and Eric. Eric wants to go to Japan too.
Yo, snowboard in Japan. Me and Eric.
Not me.
No, just not I mean, you can come snowboard too.
No.
Or you can chill in the onsen.
It's a long flight for a trip that I just don't feel like doing right now, I feel.
Fair. Yeah,
maybe I'll change my mind.
Don't think I would.
Right now, I don't.
Think I'd be
it's
able
not
to
my vibe.
eat if I went to like.
Yeah, you don't really like.
Why?
I'm like a really picky eater, and like Asian food is like no.
6-year-old palate.
You don't like ramen?
Plain white rice?
No.
Not even just with like soy sauce?
It's not always plain white.
Fiji.
No, I like plain white
Fiji,
rice.
you go to one of those like resorts, right? So you can get like
You don't like sushi?
more North Americanized food. No, I don't. It's blasphemous, but I don't.
I've always wanted to go
so
to
yeah, makes sense.
Greece. Just
Greece
to check
would
it
be
out.
nice,
I want to go
yeah.
to Greece, but there's a lot of places I want to go to.
Really though.
Yeah.
I really want to go like to the northern like European countries like Norway, Switzerland.
Yeah, I want to visit those at one point too. I just don't know what there is to see, but like a lot of nice nature in the Scandinavian countries.
I want to go to like Morocco, Egypt, like that area.
Oh, I want to go to
like,
Egypt too. My parents always tell me like, "Yo, you guys should go to Egypt. It's so cheap and like, it's nice." I mean, I speak Arabic, so like it's easier for me, you know, to like to go there and converse, even though they speak like a different dialect. But I guess it makes it easier for me to be like, okay, I can go to Egypt. It'll be fun. But they also all speak English with an accent.
Just like any like main touristy area too.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna find English speakers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
North Americans have taken over the world.
Yeah.
We literally said, we'll come visit you, but
you have to
talk
speak
to
English.
us. You have to be able to talk to us.
Morocco's also nice. I've been there.
Yeah.
I went there on like a student tour from Madrid. Like they have these tour companies where you can pay
it's
and you
close
can.
to Spain, right? Morocco.
Oh, it's super. Well, it's like a
Casablanca at least.
5-hour. So basically, we took like a 4 or 5 hour bus ride from Madrid to the south of Spain to the Gibraltar, like near Gibraltar, and then from there we took a ferry, which actually took the whole bus on it. Like the bus drove onto the ferry, and we all got off, and then
I would have thought we were gonna drown.
No, it's like, the ferry's huge. It's a huge boat, like filled with cars, and then it just dropped us off at this port in Morocco. And then we just drove through the border security, whatever, on the bus, gave them our passports, and then they just let us through. This was like a huge bus of like 30, 40 people.
That's crazy.
Morocco was nice too, but I think I got food poisoning or salmonella or something there. I don't know, cause like the people in the shops are like, you'll have a camel's dead head hanging right there, like his tongue is just hanging out of his mouth,
bye,
and the guy'd be like, "Oh, you want a sandwich? Okay, here." He holds the meat with his hands, like bare hands, and just chops it up, throws it on the grill, and then But it's nice. It's a nice vibe. It's a different place there, like you could see they still have their old traditions still going strong. And they still do have some modern cities like Casablanca, but Casablanca is also known as one of the more dangerous cities in the world. Like a girl that was walking back to our hotel, she got her, like, somebody was trying to steal her purse or her scarf or something, and they were on a moped and they just yanked it.
Oh,
and
God.
she just kept holding on, like, and then they
she got
left.
dragged probably.
No, she didn't get dragged,
Oh, okay.
but she's like, "Oh my God, that's like, it was choking me a little bit."
That's scary.
Yeah.
What's the other big city in Morocco? What is it? Marrakesh?
Marrakesh, I think.
That's from, I know that from 90 Day Fiance.
There you go.
Oh, from that guy that married that old lady?
I just remember somebody was from there on it.
Marrakesh. Yeah, no, I would like to do another all-inclusive because that was also the one we went to in Punta Cana was my first. But I think if I did another one, I would want to do like more like off resort stuff, like more excursions, because that was like I realized being there that I was like, I need more activities than just sitting on the beach
and drinking.
Well, it's not even about just sitting on the beach and drinking. I just like felt like I wanted to do like, that's kind of like, it's like that back and forth, right? Like of traveling like solo versus traveling like with groups of people. Like you can get stuff done and like have fun with like groups of people, but sometimes I also don't mind traveling by myself so that I can just like do whatever I want kind of thing.
True.
Like when I went to Calgary, I spent 3 days there by myself because it was just like a stopping over on my way to visit family who lives out west. And like I think I spent like they have the Canadian like music museum in Calgary or whatever. I think I spent like 5 hours in there. Because I love museums.
I could.
And I'm like, you could never do that with like a group of people, right? So I was like glad that I was like there by myself because I was like, that was so fun.
I'm not
love
a
that.
solo traveler type. Not me. It's not for me.
I can do it for sure.
You don't want to do a solo travel?
No.
You've never done it?
No. Does the grocery store count? No, I just don't.
I wouldn't want to do it for like the entire trip, but I don't mind doing it like 2-3 days here and there. I've done it a couple times where I usually will do that when I go out west. I'll pick like a spot. So I did Calgary the one year. The other year I did Vancouver. So if it's a couple days, I don't mind like being by myself for a couple days, but I wouldn't want to do longer than 3 days by myself, I would say.
I would like to go to Halifax because Tanya lives out there to visit her because I hear everyone loves it there when they go and like try seafood.
Oh yeah, I hear
Out
they
there.
have the best lobster.
Yeah,
I'd like to go out east too.
but we'll see. Should we do some travel trivia?
To wrap things up, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to know any of these answers.
I
I
just
might know
looked
a
up
lot.
I was just on my phone while you guys were talking, so I was looking up the answers.
Mr.
Okay,
Mr.
good.
Chat
Very good.
GPT.
I just Googled them. Okay, ready?
Yes.
What's the busiest airport in the world?
Heathrow Airport.
O'Hare,
What's O'Hare?
Chicago.
Oh,
No?
no.
Is it JFK?
One more guess?
JFK?
Heathrow.
It's not in North America.
Heathrow.
It's not in North America. It's not in Europe, according to Google.
The Singapore Airport. Chiang Mai Airport.
No, I'm getting an airport in Saudi Arabia. King
Oh.
Fahd International Airport.
Okay,
Hope I'm
I
saying that
guess. Saudi Arabia's.
King Fahd.
Which King Fahd?
King Fahd, yeah.
So I think when I looked this up the first time, I was getting a different answer. So I don't know. This could be wrong, but we're gonna go with it.
All right.
We're gonna go with it. Because I'm not trying to find.
Yeah, it's fine.
original
I don't think anyone's coming to our podcast for 100% factually correct information.
Jeopardy.
That's all I was watching for.
We're gonna get reamed out and fact checked online.
God. By our one viewer on YouTube.
Our number one fan.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Man. Shout out. Hey, man.
Shout out to you.
Okay, next question. Name 3 countries that don't have a McDonald's.
Oh, that's going to be hard as hell.
There's a few options here.
Does
Do you want
Rome
a
have a
hint? Do you
McDonald's?
want a hint?
That's a city.
Which
Ignore
one?
me. Ignore me.
No, what did
Italy
you say?
does have
I said
McDonald's.
Rome.
I
Yeah,
remember.
why
I
would
said
you even-
specifically Rome.
Why? Yeah, like of the cities in Italy, Rome's gonna have a McDonald's.
I don't
Rome had
remember.
a
I don't remember
fancy-
seeing one.
Yo, the McDonald's in
When I was
Rome
there.
had like literally a glass panel on the floor that showed artifacts underneath.
See,
was
I
like,
should have made my parents go into the McDonald's that we saw.
There you go.
then.
My dad says it's not the same, but
Oh,
They're
I
not.
feel like it
They're
tastes
different
better
all
than
around the
yeah,
world.
it tastes
McDonald's.
different. Just
But
like
they're also
even the
different
Big
all
Mac.
around the world.
Which one doesn't have McDonald's? I want to
you
say
want-
Saudi Arabia doesn't have McDonald's. No,
Close?
they probably do.
I don't see that
Qatar?
in the list, but Qatar,
Qatar doesn't have.
I don't see that in the list. There's an obvious one out there.
Really?
Yeah, like
North Korea.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
That took
There
me
you
way
go.
too long to realize.
Yeah.
And is there maybe in South America is one of them?
Nepal? Does Nepal have a McDonald's?
There's a couple more obvious ones, but the list I'm looking at, so I'm just going off of this list off of Google. I can give you 2 more.
Yeah. No, Russia
Iran?
just recently got rid of McDonald's, Eric.
Russia.
McDonald's.
They had McDonald's.
They have their
don't
own
have it
fake
anymore.
McDonald's.
They got rid of
now.
it. They got rid of it when the Ukraine war started because they were like, "This is a symbol of Western imperialism. Close the McDonald's."
It's
But
so
then also,
sad.
I think McDonald's also just was like, "We're not going to operate in Russia because they're invading Ukraine." Something like that. Does Ukraine have McDonald's?
I don't see them in the list, so
All right.
they probably do.
But
Iran,
they'll open in Israel.
Iran?
though.
Iran,
Okay.
they don't have a McDonald's. Yemen,
Yemen.
Oh, yeah.
Ghana,
Okay, that makes sense.
Iceland,
Iceland makes sense too.
Bermuda, Barbados,
Yeah, Bermuda.
Cambodia.
The triangle, you can't get McDonald's there.
The triangle, brother.
Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle.
The winds.
So that's
the
it.
winds.
Zimbabwe, Jamaica,
All right.
those
That
countries.
Tanzania.
Don't see it on the list.
Damn, Tanzania has a McDonald's.
Maybe they don't, but again, the list I'm looking at, they ain't there.
okay.
What city is nicknamed the Eternal City?
Crete.
No.
Is that like in English, or is it called something, the Eternal City in another language?
Egypt. Cairo.
No.
The Eternal City.
We've mentioned it. We've talked about it.
New York?
No.
No.
Rome.
Yep.
Ah.
You guys got one.
wow.
Good job. Good job. How many more
I got North
questions?
Korea on the last
You
one.
did.
Yeah,
You
you
did.
did. 3 more questions. Which country is credited with inventing the passport? This one's kind of obvious if you think about
The
it.
United Kingdom?
Yep.
Look at this guy.
King Henry V.
Wow, it's that old?
Yeah.
Huh.
Founded in 1414, active parliament.
That's crazy.
That
I would have
is
thought it was
crazy.
way more like modern than that. Huh.
I mean, I guess like you kind of like it's not that crazy to think. Oh,
I think it
of the
is.
concept. Like I guess we should.
I would have thought
think of a
passports
passport.
were like became a thing in like the 1800s, not in like 1414.
I think like that's when like they had a lot of sailing ships going around all over the world.
Oh, you mean when
so-
they were in their conqueror era?
Yeah, their colonial,
their colonizer
colonial
era?
Yeah,
They're like, you don't have a passport? Sucks to suck.
yeah. That's why, because they had so many different people under them, where it's like, oh, we need to differentiate the true Brits from the colonized ones, like the people in India, wherever else.
Okay.
Yeah,
that seems like it makes
Africa, Australia.
sense. Yeah. Australia. I'd go there, but it's a long flight.
I would never.
It's a long flight.
Why?
My sister's going to New Zealand at the beginning of February because my cousin's there.
Nice.
Nice.
I just
That'll be
it's
fun.
too far and there's too much
Bugs.
Scary things.
chaotic like wildlife.
You know
and
what scare me?
animals and no, thank you.
Kangaroos. Kangaroos scare the shit out of me.
You don't want to
Koalas
see them
can
though.
give you chlamydia.
They're cute though.
They have spiders big enough to dig holes, so I'm not going there.
Oh yeah, the trapdoor spiders.
Yeah.
Yo, those are
that,
crazy.
I don't know.
No,
But like they
thanks.
can't be in the main areas
I don't
as
know.
much.
No, people post pictures and they'd be like things about living in Australia, and they like wake up and there's like a spider the size of their torso in between their door and their screen door.
Yeah.
I could never.
Well,
Anyways,
okay, where were we? Passports we talked about.
Yeah.
Next question. What is the most traveled destination in the world?
Dubai.
No. Negative.
is it London?
Nope. But it is in Europe.
Okay.
Rome.
Nope. But you're getting closer.
Venice.
Milan.
No, it's not in Italy.
Oh, fuck.
But I'm getting closer.
Madrid?
No.
Aw.
Paris.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
France.
Okay.
So not technically.
Yeah.
Travel to.
I always
just
forget
as
about
France.
that. I would go to France too.
Other
France-
top
France is
destinations
nice.
include Spain, the U.S., and Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, those three.
That
Like
makes sense.
Spain wasn't always in the top 3 of tourism, but then over the past recent years,
yeah.
people started like
and
figuring out it's
Portugal.
nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say Portugal's booming right now.
Yeah.
It
Portugal's
used to be
lit.
Croatia, and then the prices went up there because of all the booming travel, and now I think
Turkey,
Portugal's gonna be
too.
the new Croatia.
Yeah, Turkey. A lot of people are traveling to Turkey.
All their
And
hair
it's-
transplants.
It's expensive now though. I went and like literally last year, like the food was cheap. We got a crazy AAA steak, super cheap. And now everybody's like, "Oh my God, Turkey's so expensive." I was like, "Damn, I guess everybody found out the secret."
Found out the secret sauce.
It'd be like that.
To the hair transplant.
There'll be a new hot travel spot. Okay, last question, and then we can wrap it up, so we can go out.
Yeah. We got to start pre-drinking. We're
Yeah.
karaokeing tonight.
Yep.
We getting
We're on vocal
litty.
rest.
Woo. White
What
Ibis
is
sun.
shut up, Farook? What is the longest flight route in the world by distance?
Got to be like somewhere in Canada to like the Australia area. Has to be.
Really?
Maybe Iceland down to Australia.
South Korea
Iceland
to Toronto.
down to the South Pole.
Like what?
you want
city to
straight down
city
the
or
Longest
like-
scheduled passenger flight in the world.
Okay, can we have the countries that it starts in? Do you have country to country?
Why don't I just give you the
or
answer?
city to city? Wait, do you have country to country or city to city?
What's gonna give it away?
No. Say it.
No.
Say
Is
the
Is
countries.
the country small?
It's gonna give it away. I can just give you the answer.
Say what it starts with. Both sides.
Okay, one starts with an S.
Okay.
Singapore,
Yes.
What? Okay.
And the other one starts with a U.
Uruguay,
No.
You.
The country starts with a
Ukraine,
U.
I was gonna say Ukraine.
No.
No.
Uganda.
Are you guys okay? It's the United States.
Oh.
New York, between Singapore and New York, JFK.
All right. Jesus Christ. How
That
long
was
is
not
it?
Flight
easy. You could have
time?
told us the countries and we wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah. Probably not.
I don't know. The U.S. is pretty obvious in my books. But do you want to know the distance, flight
Yeah.
time, aircraft configuration?
It's 20,000. No, 200.
Distance is 15,349 kilometers. Flight time is 18 hours and 15 minutes. Aircraft is an Airbus, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Gotta have room to walk around.
Room to fucking stretch. I'm pro Airbus. I don't like Boeing, but I just hate big companies.
I've been on an Airbus one time, and it was on like the connector between like Montreal and Toronto, and I thought I was gonna die. Well, there's so many people on that fucking plane. I couldn't believe it.
So, anyways, the configuration is just completely ignored you.
Thanks.
The configuration is 67 business class seats and 94 premium economy seats.
Oh,
damn.
That sounds nice. 94 only? That's pretty
Flight
good.
departs Singapore airport around midday and arrives at 7 p.m.
Now.
I'm just looking at this. I'm like, interesting facts here. I'm turning into a dad just reading up all the facts.
All right. Well,
so that's our episode.
We talked about travel. We didn't get to any of our like weird stuff, but
that's fine. We gotta go.
We do have to go.
We have to get
We're getting Liddy for Steph's birthday.
We are. So follow,
rate, review.
Good Vibes Only. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. You can follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, also YouTube. I already said that.
Did you say Facebook?
No, we don't on Facebook.
Oh.
57-year-old women.
Damn, you're missing out on a whole demographic.
Missing out on a whole demographic.
We don't need to be on Facebook. All of the generations on Instagram now, anyways, so it's fine. They can catch us there.
Yeah,
anyways,
it's the new Facebook.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for
joining us, Farook.
Thanks, guys.
Shout out our live audience.
Hopefully,
of listeners.
I wasn't too awkward. Yeah, and shout out to the live audience. Thanks for Melissa for driving me to my first gig.
Thanks, Mom.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Free Luigi.
Bye.